Double Sports Talk, worldwide, with some news from the world of boxing. So y'all know what time it is. You ain't in a rush to get concussed. Now, I didn't really cover this fight, but I'm going to talk about it post-fight. Your boy Vasily Lomachenko dismantles, takes care of Miguel Marriaga, like we knew was going to happen, right? It was a showcase fight. That's why I didn't really say anything about it, because it was an obvious showcase fight. Marriaga comes up in weight, comes all up after a lopsided loss, right? Lopsided loss, and comes up in weight to fight one of the guys we're saying is the top five, and some of you putting at the top of the pound for pound list, which means we're saying he's the best boxer in boxing. So the Marriaga fight, I wasn't happy about it. I wasn't hyped about it. I understood what it was. You're going to bring up a guy from a division lower than you, who's slower than you, and with less power. Right? I didn't understand, and coming off a lopsided loss, not some, a loss that was close. I didn't understand how that fight would even be selling. I just knew that it was just okay. Everybody on ESPN were free. Everybody look at what Lomachenko could do if he's fighting you. You know what I mean? That makes no sense. So I think that fight needs to take him off of the pound for pound list. That's what should happen, so we can make sure that he doesn't feel entitled. So his next fight will be something of substance. That's what I would say. That's what you have to do to some of the fighters, because what we do in America is we anoint them as something, and then they don't have to fight anybody. I've noticed by the negotiation with him, the guy that he lost to seemed to have priced himself out of a fight. How can you do that? You lost to him. That means you paid the guy that you lost to more than you at this point. There's another guy that I ain't gonna act like I don't know his name. Guillermo Rigondeaux, the name we should know, right? Where really everyone's running from. The guy I call Tasmanian Devil because he's smaller than everybody, but when he shows up, everybody's running, right? Names. I'm talking about names. You want to name them again? Admiral Marquez, Leah Santa Cruz, Lee Selby, and I'm Carl Frampton. People leaving weights. Nonito Donaire talking about he coming back. He's signed with somebody new. Named everybody in the same weight division as him. Named everybody. But you got beat by Guillermo Rigondeaux and won't even name his name. Guys, that's incredible. Guillermo Rigondeaux had offered to come up in weight and fight on this date. Come up 2 weight class to fight him on this date. And they choose Marriaga because against Rigondeaux it wouldn't have been a showcase. Not saying he doesn't beat Rigondeaux because he's bigger. There's a great chance he beats him. But it wouldn't have been a showcase fight. Right? It would have been a good fight, and it would have been something monumental. That's why I don't understand why they didn't take it. Now, if you don't put him number one pound for pound on the top 10, then you do these fights. That's cool. But not for a number one pound for pound guy, because the other ones in or around the pound for pound, 1, 2, and 3, they don't have this luxury. That's the point. Right? Let Andre Ward fight somebody like that. I remember he just moved up to light heavyweight. Right? Fought the number one dude in Southern Barrera. Then he had to fight Alexander Brand after that, a dude that come from super middleweight, like what his weight was. We tripped out. Tripped out. And he was and the fight with Sergey Kovalev, who was a monster in the heavier weight division, was already signed. It was to get warm for that fight. And we still tripped out on it. Let Terrence Crawford fight somebody that's not that great. It doesn't happen. So we don't want to give some people this luxury and other ones not. So my point would be with Lomachenko, after this performance, he's good, he can fight, he's Matrix, and all of those good things, high tech. Great, he is. The dude is awesome. I even like the fact that he's showboating, right? He's showboating on this guy because he could, right? So he's a good fighter. He's been fighting since he's 4 years old. Even Teddy Atlas, who puts him at number one pound for pound. And Teddy Atlas, when he says something, I disagree with him here. But I know with Teddy Atlas, it's not coming from a bad place. It's just his opinion, and he can back it up with facts about his opinion. And you're going to respect Teddy Atlas because I've seen Teddy Atlas stand for things that others won't. So he's going to get that respect. Just because I'm disagreeing with Teddy on this one, I still going to respect his opinion. And his opinion is Lomachenko, just like Tiger Woods, his father takes him early and prepares him for these things. And he thinks that he's really surreal, and he can do things. It's not just in the ring. All the talents in the ring. It's about preparing his mental state. And these are things that Teddy Atlas puts in the equation when talking Lomachenko. And it's very, very good stuff he's given from himself. I mean, it's not that bad, right? I agree with him in most cases. I just don't agree with putting a guy at number one pound for pound. You know, you put him in or around or say, hey, this is about to be. Then I would totally agree. But I just think it's a disservice to the guys that are fighting longer. But then again, you're talking about a guy that's 33-91-1 in the amateurs, right? So that's why he's fighting good people early. And Lomachenko has some people on his ledger already. Gary Russell Jr. was not easy to beat. Nicholas Walters, although he was drained, is still not easy to beat. Not to mention get dominated. So the dude is bad, but we want to make sure that he continues to fight harder opponents and prove that he's like that. Not that we're just anointing him. That's the point. That's why I didn't really say nothing about this fight. I knew it was going to be just like it was. You know, he dominates him, drops him, stops him in round 7. The dude just didn't want to come out and embarrass himself any further. Did you think anything else was going to happen? Well, we always got the lucky punch thing that could happen. But these great fighters, that lucky punch, we were waiting for that forever against Floyd Mayweather, didn't we? And it didn't really happen. We still talk about the lucky punches that just hurt him. So lucky punches, they come every now and then, but it's the reason they're called lucky punches, right? Because they don't happen all the time. So again, Lomachenko does what he was supposed to do, right? Dominates Marriaga, and let's see what happens going forward with him. Great fighter, but I would like to see him in something a little bit harder than that if we're going to put him up in the top 5 pound for pound, just like the rest of the guys at the top 5 pound for pound. Not all of them, but most of them. Dome Sports Talk Worldwide, and I'm about here, y'all.